The silent struggle. There are moments in life when the weight of the world seems unbearable. A person wakes up each morning, carrying battles no one else can see. On the outside, they smile, nod, and move through the routines of life. But inside, there is a storm of doubts, fears, and questions that no one seems to understand. And the truth is, most people don't. Sometimes, the people around you won't understand your journey. They don't need to, it's not for them. Unknown quote. The silent struggle is the hardest kind of battle. When people don't understand what someone is going through, they may label them as lazy, weak, or unmotivated. But the reality is very different. Strength isn't always loud. Sometimes, strength is simply surviving another day. Imagine someone walking through a crowded street. To the world, they look fine. They wear clean clothes, they hold their phone, they nod politely. But deep inside, their heart is heavy. Their thoughts scream for relief, for someone to notice, for someone to say, "I understand." Yet the world moves on, blind to their pain. This is the silent struggle, fighting wars that no one else sees. In these moments, it's easy to feel invisible. Easy to feel like no one cares. But brother, let us remember this truth. Not being understood does not mean your pain isn't real. The struggle is real, even when unspoken. It takes a different kind of courage to keep moving when you feel unseen. To keep believing when others don't notice your effort. To keep fighting battles when no one claps for you. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. Unknown. The silent struggle is not weakness. It is proof of quiet strength. It is proof that, even without applause, even without recognition, you are still here. Still breathing. Still moving forward. And that is the beginning of transformation. The loneliness of being misunderstood. One of the hardest feelings in life is not just pain itself, but the loneliness of having that pain dismissed. When people don't understand what you're going through, they often say things like, "It's not that bad. Just get over it. Others have it worse." But those words, instead of healing, cut deeper. Because they tell you, your pain doesn't matter. The worst kind of loneliness is not being alone, it's being surrounded by people who make you feel invisible. Unknown. Think about it. A person going through depression is told, "Just be positive." Someone struggling financially is told, "Just work harder." A broken heart is told, "You'll move on." But pain is not that simple. Struggle is not a switch you can turn off. When people don't understand, it creates isolation. You can be surrounded by family, friends, colleagues, yet still feel like no one sees you. It feels like screaming underwater. The words are there, but no one hears them. This loneliness can become heavier than the pain itself, because human beings are wired to seek connection, understanding, and compassion. And when that is missing, the heart aches in silence. But brother, here's the truth. Just because they don't understand doesn't mean you are broken. It means your journey is unique. Those who don't understand your silence will never understand your words. Albert Hubbard. The loneliness of being misunderstood is real, but it also has a hidden power. It teaches you to rely on your inner strength. It forces you to discover a voice within, stronger than the noise outside. Loneliness is painful, yes, but it can also become a teacher. A teacher that whispers, "Your worth is not determined by who understands you. It's determined by how you rise, even when no one does." Why people can't see your pain. Why is it that people don't understand? Why is it that friends, family, even those closest to us, sometimes fail to notice our struggles? The answer is simple but painful. because people often see life only through their own lens. They interpret your story through their experiences, their emotions, their understanding. If they have never walked through the valley of depression, they cannot grasp the weight of it. If they have never faced poverty, they cannot feel the desperation of empty hands. If they have never lost someone, they cannot understand the hollow silence of grief. We judge others by what we know of ourselves. Unknown author. This is why people say careless words. Not because they don't care, but because they don't know. Ignorance often wears the mask of judgment. Think about a mountain climber standing at the bottom. From the ground, the mountain looks manageable. But for the climber who has felt the sharp rocks, the blistering winds, the thin air at the top, the reality is very different. That's how life works. Unless someone has walked in your shoes, they cannot truly understand the path you're walking. And that's okay. Because your struggle is not meant for everyone to understand. It is meant for you to grow through. It is meant to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Don't expect everyone to understand your journey, especially if they've never had to walk your path. Unknown author. The truth is, people may never fully see your pain. But they don't need to. What matters is that you see it. That you acknowledge it. That you rise above it. The weight of silent battles. There is a unique kind of pain in carrying battles that no one else can see. You wake up in the morning, you put on your clothes, you put on your smile, and you step into the world as if nothing is wrong. On the outside, you may look fine. But inside, you are fighting storms no one else knows exist. This is the reality of silent battles. The world sees the smile, but not the tears you hide. They hear your laughter, but not the thoughts that keep you awake at night. They see your progress, but not the weight you carry to keep moving forward. And because no one sees it, the pain feels heavier. Silence becomes your shield, but also your prison. You tell yourself, I don't want to bother anyone. They wouldn't understand anyway. And so you swallow your pain, you lock it away, and you keep walking. But here is the truth, silent battles are some of the most courageous wars ever fought. The fact that you continue to get up, to show up, to try again, even when no one notices, that is strength. That is resilience. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who smile through silent pain, cry behind closed doors, and fight battles nobody knows about. Unknown author. The world may never applaud you for fighting your silent battles. But every step you take, every breath you push through, is a quiet victory. You are building a strength that most people cannot comprehend, because you have been tested in ways they never have. Remember this, your silent struggles are not wasted. They are shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for a future where your scars will tell a story of survival, of resilience, and of hope. So even if no one else sees your battles, know this, I see you. I hear you. And I believe in the strength you carry, even in silence. The misunderstanding of pain. One of the hardest parts about struggling is not just the battle itself, it's the way people misunderstand it. When you're going through pain, most people only see the surface. They see the tired look in your eyes and assume you're just lazy. They see your hesitation and assume you're not ambitious. They see your silence and think you're cold or uninterested. But they don't see the truth. They don't see the fear you wrestle with every night. They don't see the weight of memories you carry everywhere you go. They don't see how much energy it takes just to show up and act like you're okay. And when people misunderstand your pain, it makes you feel more alone. You start to believe that maybe you are weak, maybe you are the problem. But brother, listen to me, you are not the problem. Don't judge people. You never know what kind of battle they are fighting. Unknown author. Pain is not a weakness. Pain is proof that you are human. Pain is evidence that you cared, that you tried, that you risked your heart. And the truth is, people don't always need to understand your pain. They don't need to walk in your shoes, or feel your scars, or experience your sleepless nights. The only one who truly needs to understand it is you. Because when you understand your own pain, you stop seeing it as a punishment and start seeing it as a teacher. Every wound has a lesson. Every scar has wisdom. Every struggle shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. So don't let the misunderstanding of others define your worth. Let their lack of understanding remind you of something important. Your journey is yours alone. And that makes it sacred. The silent strength within. Sometimes, the most powerful battles are fought in silence. When people don't understand what you're going through, it can feel like your voice doesn't matter. You explain, you try to open up, but the words never seem to land. And so, you stop talking. You carry the weight quietly. But silence does not mean weakness. Silence does not mean surrender. There is a kind of strength that grows when you learn to endure without applause. A strength that comes from walking through the fire and realizing you don't need the world to clap for you, you just need to keep walking. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. Unknown author. Brother, think about it, every tear you wiped in the dark, every morning you forced yourself to rise when your heart wanted to stay down, every time you kept going even though nobody noticed, that is silent strength. People may misunderstand it. They may look at you and think you're struggling, but what they don't see is that you're being built. Every hidden battle is shaping you into someone unbreakable. And one day, those who doubted you will look back and wonder how you did it. But you will know. You will remember the nights you didn't quit, the days you didn't give up, the storms you stood through alone. That's the kind of strength no one can take away from you. So if people don't understand what you're going through, it's okay. You don't need them to. The silent strength within you is louder than any misunderstanding around you. Walking through misunderstood seasons. Life has seasons, and not all of them are easy to explain. There are seasons where you're rebuilding, where you're planting seeds that no one else can see. To others, it might look like failure. To them, it might look like you're behind, like you've lost your way. But in truth, you're simply in a season they don't understand. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Brother, when you're in these hidden seasons, people often misjudge you. They'll say you're wasting time. They'll say you're stuck. They'll say you're not moving forward. But remember this, just because someone cannot see your growth doesn't mean it isn't happening. Think of a seed in the soil. For weeks, nothing is visible. The ground looks empty, lifeless. But underneath, roots are stretching, foundations are being laid, and new life is preparing to break through. That's exactly how your journey works. Misunderstood seasons are often the most important ones. Because they teach you patience. They test your faith. They strengthen your character. Brother, the people who laugh at you now, the ones who look down on you because they don't understand, they won't be laughing when the harvest comes. They won't be doubting when the results are undeniable. So don't lose heart when others misunderstand your season. You don't need them to see what God is doing in your life. You just need to keep trusting the process. One day, the same people who doubted will say, I always knew you could do it. And you'll smile, because you'll know, you believed long before they did. The silent battles you fight alone. There are struggles in life that no one else can see. Silent battles. The kind you fight in your own mind, late at night, when the world is asleep. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's financial pressure. Maybe it's a broken relationship, or a dream that feels like it's slipping away. These silent battles are the ones people rarely understand, because you carry them quietly. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Ian McLaren. Brother, the truth is, the heaviest fights don't leave scars on your skin, they leave scars on your heart. And when people see you smiling, they may not realize that smile is holding back tears. The painful part is, people judge what they can't see. They'll say you're lazy, when in reality you're exhausted from trying. They'll say you don't care, when in truth, you care so deeply it hurts. They'll say you're weak, not knowing you're fighting battles they could never survive. But let me tell you this, every silent battle you fight makes you stronger. Every time you push through another hard day, even when no one cheers for you, you are proving something powerful, that your strength doesn't come from applause, it comes from resilience. Brother, your silent battles are not signs of weakness. They are training grounds for greatness. One day, the very pain you're carrying will become the story that inspires others to keep going. So when people don't understand what you're going through, remember, you don't need them to understand. Your battle is shaping you, preparing you, transforming you. And one day, when your breakthrough comes, those same silent battles will shine as proof that you were never weak, you were unshakable. The power of patience in pain. One of the hardest lessons life teaches is patience. When you're in pain, you want the storm to end quickly. You want healing, success, answers, and you want them now. But life doesn't work that way. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Joyce Meyer. Brother, think about a seed. When you plant it in the soil, you don't dig it up every morning to see if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust the process. In the same way, your struggles are like the soil, dark, heavy, uncomfortable. But beneath it, something is growing. Something you can't see yet. The danger is, when people don't understand your struggle, they might pressure you. Why aren't you moving faster? Why aren't you already successful? Why aren't you over this yet? But patience reminds you that healing takes time, growth takes time, breakthroughs take time. Brother, sometimes your delays are not denials, they are preparations. Life is not punishing you, it's preparing you. Every day you hold on, even when nothing changes, you're building strength. Every moment you keep faith, even when it hurts, you're creating roots that will one day hold up your greatness. When you look back, you'll realize the waiting wasn't wasted. The waiting shaped you. The waiting gave you wisdom. The waiting built your foundation. So don't despise the slow seasons of life. They are not empty, they are sacred. They are the chapters where patience is teaching you the value of endurance, and endurance is teaching you the meaning of true strength. And when the time is right, the breakthrough will come, not a moment too soon, and not a moment too late. You are never alone. When you go through struggles that others don't understand, the hardest part is often the loneliness. You may feel invisible, unheard, or even misunderstood by those closest to you. But here's the truth, brother, you are never truly alone. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who fight battles we know nothing about. Unknown author. Even if people don't see your pain, there are countless others walking a similar road. Millions of hearts beating around the world know exactly what it feels like to cry in silence, to break inside while smiling outside, to hold hope with shaking hands. You may not know their names, but their stories echo yours. And by surviving, by refusing to give up, you become part of that silent brotherhood and sisterhood of fighters. And more than that, your Creator, the universe, or whatever you believe in, has never abandoned you. In your darkest nights, when you thought no one cared, something inside you whispered, "Keep going." That voice wasn't an accident. That was proof you're guided, even when unseen. So, when people don't understand your struggle, remember, you don't need everyone to understand. What you need is to understand yourself, to honor your own journey, and to trust that there is meaning in your story. Brother, let this be your takeaway: your pain is not wasted. Your struggle is shaping you. Your story will one day inspire someone else who feels lost. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. Frida Kahlo. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not behind. You are being built. And one day, those who didn't understand you will look at your strength and realize, you were never weak. You were rising. Thank you for walking through this journey with us. If you're going through something right now, remember, your struggle has meaning, and you are never alone. Stay strong, keep faith, and let your story be your power. If you found value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Trillies for more inspiration. Until next time, stay strong and keep believing.